Hello Cules and welcome back to Barca Universal. It's Pablo here yet again for another video on the channel, and it's Barcelona 5, Ferencvaros 1. It's a big win in the Champions League. It's exactly what we wanted, but there is a lot to talk about, a lot of positives and actually some negatives. There's a good chunk of things we need to discuss after that game, and it is an interesting one before the Clasico. Quite a lot happened out there, so let's get straight into it. And let's actually start with Ronald Koeman's team selection. Quite an interesting one, and actually a lineup I was quite happy with. Neto, of course, in goal. Still no left back in the squad. Junior came on later, but he didn't impress for me, so I think Dessa and Roberto in the fullback areas was absolutely fine. In the heart of defence, guys, we had PIQUÉ next to Lenglet. And really, guys, I think we spoke about Araujo in the preview, saying he could be useful, and I think that's definitely right. They had a lot of pace in behind us today, and honestly, Piqué really struggled, as we saw later, with him giving away a penalty, and also getting red carded, meaning he won't be able to play Juventus, he won't be able to play Ronaldo, and that's a real miss for us. But then, there you go, guys, that's what happens when Piqué is exposed for pace. In midfield, Pjanic and De Jong with a double pivot. I thought they worked really well on the night. I thought Pjanic had a really good game. In terms of Frenkie de Jong, he got a lovely assist, and he wasn't unbelievable, but I thought he had a solid game, De Jong, and obviously that assist to Ansu Fati in the first half was absolutely outstanding. And then the front four for me was a really exciting one. Of course, we had Messi up there, which I still don't know if is the best role for him. When the game's open, it's great, he's got a lot of space up front and whatnot, but when it's closed up, he gets swallowed up, and if he doesn't get swallowed up, then he comes deeper, and that means there's no focal point. So I do worry about having Messi as the head of a 4-2-3-1, but anyway, we had Trincao, Coutinho, and Ansu Fati in behind him, and honestly, all three of those players, all on the score sheet, were absolutely outstanding. So the lineup for me, all in all, was really good. And let's now get on to the match action, because there is a lot. And if we do really kick-start with how the game started, and it's just fair to say that Barcelona didn't start well. We really didn't. Ferencvaros were dangerous. They definitely were. And I think we've had a few games like this, actually, over the past few seasons at Barcelona, where we're not so dominant, we're not very in control, we look a little bit lacklustre out there, we weren't getting our passes together, we were finding it very difficult to get in behind their defence. And actually, it was the other way around for them, because they were finding so many opportunities against us. They were getting in behind our defence. Piqué and Lenglet just could not deal with the pace they possessed up front, and honestly, they scored an offside goal, which could have been on. They hit the crossbar just a few minutes later, and they were really damaging our defence, and it is worrying. It really is. There's no point brushing over this because we've won 5-1. Barcelona, to me, looks poor in a lot of stages of the game, actually. We had some good moments where we, ramped up the pressure. I thought it was overall a good performance. There were certainly some really good signs out there, and especially some individual performances that we can be really happy with, and that's obviously going to be really important for the future. I'm talking about the youngsters like Fati, also PEDRI, who was excellent off the bench, and of course Francisco Trincao, who was wonderful. But in terms of the way we defend, in terms of the way we struggle, I think at the start of games when it's not 2-0, are we really that good? I'm not sure. I think we kind of just waited for that Messi magic today, and that took us over the line in the end. Of course, it ends 5-1. We did very well from then, but I just worry about us as a team at 0-0. We don't look that solid. They really hurt our defence, and with Piqué and Lenglet at centre-back, I really like that partnership, but in terms of pace-wise, it isn't ideal. But like I said, it was Messi magic that opened the scoring for Barcelona, and it's actually a wonderful goal in the end. Yes, it's a penalty, but honestly, the dribble from Messi is just outstanding. It reminded me of the dribble he had against Napoli not long ago in the Champions League, and these Champions League nights, Messi just turns on the heat, especially at the Camp Nou, and honestly, we've seen that so many times. He was outstanding throughout the game. We did dribbles like this on quite a few occasions, actually, and honestly, it's a wonderful run. They hack him down in the penalty area, Messi takes it, and Barcelona lead by 1-0. And after that, we did improve. We really did. We were getting better as the half went on. The end of the first half was really good for Barcelona, and it's Ansu Fati who gets us the second goal here. It's a really good move again from Barcelona, some quick football, good passing on the edge of the area. It falls to De Jong, and it's a really good ball in behind. It really is. These are the sort of balls that we used to see Iniesta playing, Xavi Hernandez. Also, Fabregas is a good player at those sort of balls, and it's a really good pass from De Jong. And of course, Ansu Fati, guys, the killer in the box. Outstanding finish, and 2-0 Barcelona. And as the second half started, guys, we really did condemn Ferencvaros to death, really, in the end. And it was Coutinho with the third goal. And all in all, guys, until they got their penalty and until Piqué was sent off, they did not get in a half in the second half. They really did not. And it was Coutinho, like I said, who got the third goal. This is maybe my favourite of the lot. It's really good play. I think it's Roberto, then it's Pjanic, then it's Messi with some really good close dribbling. He gets it into Fati, and the little Cruyff pass is outstanding. And Coutinho just rattles that one in the near corner. A really smart finish and a great goal for him. It's him back in the Champions League. His last goal was that wonder goal against United, of course. And hey, what a moment for big Coutinho. A great goal and 3-0 Barcelona. But it was about the 65th, 68th minute where the game actually ended up changing, and it is, of course, PIQUÉ getting sent off, and this was happening all evening, guys. They were getting in behind our defence, and of course, they get their goal eventually. And it was Ungen who was just getting in behind all evening long, and it is actually a penalty in the end for Ferencvaros. It's absolutely clear. PIQUÉ, he just does not need to make that challenge, but he's very, very sluggish. He pulls him down, and he's going to be missing the Juventus game now. He's on number 3 and the leader at the back. But it's a good penalty from Ferencvaros. They get themselves one back in the game, and it was, I believe, from Katarin in the end, who got the goal, or Karatin. And in the end, Ferencvaros probably thought, hey, let's go for a big push here. Barcelona had brought some players on. Junior didn't look that comfortable at left back. Pedri was on now. Dembélé was on. Also, Busquets came on later. And I did worry. I did think, are we really going to make a meal out of this game? Is this going to turn into a nightmare that PIQUÉ's just given us? But it was all right. Araujo was good at the back. It was a good block from Longley. I thought Neto was really commanding in goal tonight also. And in the end for Barcelona, we got away with it. We're very good at playing with 10 men. It does happen quite a lot, so we do seem quite accustomed to it. And in the end, we get our 4th goal. It's Ousmane Dembélé, who I thought deserves big recognition off the bench tonight. He was absolutely outstanding. And in this sort of game, where you need a bit of pace up front, something different to get the ball up, he's vital, and he was absolutely vital in the final stages. A great run down the right-hand side, a great pull back to Pedri, and it's Pedri, guys, who gets his first Champions League goal. What a moment for him, and of course his first goal for Barcelona, and then he hugs Messi. It's the stuff that dreams are made of. It's a 17-year-old on the score sheet, and he's deserved that, really. He was outstanding against Getafe, and he gets himself a really important goal. And it's Dembélé, the provider of that Pedri goal, who also gets himself in the score sheet. Just moments later, Barcelona again, with 10 men even, we're plucking away at Ferencvaros. They're trying to commit players forward. We had some more in their defensive areas, in our attacking areas, and in the end it's Messi who just shuffles the ball over, and Dembélé. It's a pretty simple finish, but it's a good one from the Frenchman, and it's brilliant from him. A goal and an assist off the bench is absolutely vital for his confidence, and honestly, there were some good performances in there from Barcelona. I look at the individuals, guys. Trincao, someone we have to talk about. I thought he was absolutely outstanding, and I think I mentioned that earlier. Honestly, a wonderful first half from him. Messi, once he gets space, is always a joke of a player on these sorts of evenings. And then you look at it around also. I thought Pjanic had a really good debut. Coutinho was good, and Sulfati was bright again. Pedri off the bench I thought was really good. But then you look back to the midfield and the defence. I do worry a little bit about the defence for Barcelona. I really do. Just in general, it seems to be the same sort of defence that played the Roma games, that played the Liverpool games, that played the Bayern Munich games. That would be a worry for me. I think we saw that out there. Longley, PIQUÉ, I really like the players. I think they can actually take us far in the Champions League, but they struggled against it. They did not look comfortable. And Sergio Roberto also, he's part of that batch. He didn't look comfortable a lot of the time tonight. And when there are quick players like there were today, you look at Ungen, like I mentioned, he was absolutely rattling our back line. So the defence is something I would worry about. It isn't very secure at all, and that's just something to bear in mind for the future. But that is where the match review is going to be coming to an end, guys. Please do leave all your thoughts in the comments down below and what you thought on tonight's game. Of course, a 5-1 victory, exactly what we wanted. We got our 3 points. We've got a lot of goal difference there. We go away to Juventus now in good form. But hey, we've got the Clasico next. There's games coming thick and fast, guys. It's all here on Barca Universal. And yeah, it's been Pablo for today's video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. So much to come now from Barcelona in the coming days, and we've got some massive ones coming up. It's time for Koeman now to find his best lineup. Just a word on Antoine Griezmann on that front, really. Can he really play the Clasico after that? He sat on the bench the whole game. And look at the performances of Trincao, Pedri and Dembélé. Surely they deserve the 4th spot in attack ahead of Griezmann. But hey, let's wait and see what decision Koeman makes. Honestly, I thought they were all outstanding, all the players I've just named. So honestly, guys, a lot to come from Barcelona. There is still massive worry, I think, about the way the defence is set up when there are quick players at us. But hey, we've got some massive games coming up now, so it's time to stick together. It's time to get more points on the board. It's Clasico time, then it's away to Juventus in the Champions League. Make sure you guys are getting those notifications on, sharing the videos around, building the community here at Barca Universal, because all of those games will be covered right here on the channel. And hey, I'll see you guys very, very soon, because there's so much coming up. Enjoy your evenings. There's a good win for Barcelona tonight, and goodbye.